Let me tell you a story of one of these young people, as I've done before. I've come to the floor of the Senate more than 110 times to tell these stories. I just think when you hear the stories of an individual, it helps you understand what the real issue is. This is a photo of Irving Calderon. He's the 112th dreamer that I've talked about on the Senate floor. When he was 7 months old, Irving was brought to the United States from Mexico by his parents. He lived in California for 10 years and then moved to Texas, where he currently lives. His childhood memories include Disneyland, going to the beach, and celebrating Christmas and the 4th of July with his family. Irving found out he was undocumented when he was 12 years old. At first, he didn't believe it because he said there was nothing about me that wasn't American. Then as he got older, he realized he couldn't get a driver's license. He couldn't work. He couldn't save money for college. But he didn't give up. In high school, Irving maintained a 4.0 grade point average, member of the Honor Society and Student Council, served as president of the school's chapter of Future Business Leaders of America, played varsity basketball and tennis. Because of his accomplishments, Irving was accepted into the University of Texas at Austin. In college, he served as director of the Hispanic Business Students Association, and under his leadership, the group adopted a street to clean. Irving organized events for underrepresented high school students and middle school students and volunteered at an orphanage every Thanksgiving. He graduated from the University of Texas with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Thanks to DACA, created by President Obama, then eliminated by President Trump later, Irving was able to put his degree to work. For the last 3 years, he's worked as an information technology business analyst at General Motors. He creates software systems for one of the largest automakers in the United States. He wrote me a letter, and here's what he said. I've always felt completely American. I've been here since I was 7 months old. It's the only place I know and the only place I've ever considered home. Being an American is not something that is just given to you. It's about the work you put in. I feel I have contributed to America. Mr. President, I do too. It would be an American tragedy to deport someone like Irving, who's overcome so many obstacles and has so much to contribute to our country. People like Irving Calderon are the reason more than 400 business leaders signed a letter to Congress urging us to pass a bipartisan DREAM Act. The letter says, and I quote, these business leaders say, "Dreamers are vital to the future of our companies and our economy. With them, we grow and create jobs. They are part of why we will continue to have a global competitive advantage." President Trump created this crisis, but instead of working toward a solution, he has stopped every effort that we've tried to make on behalf of dreamers. Now it's up to the Republican leaders in Congress to take yes for an answer and accept any one of the 6 bipartisan solutions which we've put on the table to save these young people. Congress should do our job and make the DREAM Act the law of the land, or we will be responsible for forcing hundreds of thousands of talented young immigrants out of the workforce and putting them at risk of immediate deportation.